I woke up this morning in Langley, hungover, lying on my friend's bedroom floor and very angry. So I woke up, my friends were still asleep, so I couldn't wake them up. Tried to leave and the dog started barking, which woke everyone up in the end. And then my friend gave me some directions which I followed, walking from Langley to Datchet for approximately 45 minutes, getting slightly lost on the way but not too much because Amy gave me quite good directions. And then finally, once I got to Datchet, I got the train back home to Ashford. And I didn't realise how Langley was really in the middle of nowhere, so getting back was not the best time. Last night I went out to Liquid, went out for my friend Amy's birthday, and I had a really good night, had a good dance, stayed out quite late. A few people went home early, so I thought I'd stay out a bit later, and that some people would still be around later on who would be able to come back with me. And it got to the end of the night and pretty much everyone had decided that they were all pairing off with each other and they were leaving me alone. They didn't really seem to care too much about how I was getting home, but only how they were getting home. So I was a bit angry at this. I asked someone for a lift, and she said that was alright, but didn't even sound like she wanted to give me a lift at all, like she'd rather I just stay there. So I decided I would just walk off. I walked off outside the club, waited outside the club to see if anyone would come out and decide what I was going to do, sat outside on the wall, and several people walked past and actually offered for me to go with them. I didn't know where they were going, but I was tempted. I decided this probably wasn't a good idea as I had never actually met these people, so I didn't go with them. Later I would regret this. So I decided that I'd had enough of waiting on the wall. So I went towards the train station thinking I will just see when the next train is. At this time it's about 3 in the morning and I knew the next train probably wouldn't be for a few hours, but I'd check anyway to see if I could wait it out. I went to the train station, found out the first train was about 7:20 in the morning and I would have to wait over 4 hours to get on a train by myself, sitting alone in the train station. So I thought I would just walk home. I got to the train station and I saw just how pitch black it was, the walk home, and decided this probably wasn't a safe idea either. So I walked back up the hill towards the club to see if there was still anyone around and saw my friend Amy luckily and one of her friends who were going home, and they offered me a lift back to Langley to stay around hers for the night, which is how I ended up waking up in Langley. Angry, hungover, and just a bit upset that no one seemed to care what was going on last night and whether I was actually alive by the end of it. For all they knew, I could have been dead.